Hello, everyone. My name is Kayla Toure, and I'm the National American Miss Teen. And welcome to yet another episode of my Instagram live series, HBCU-ish, where I am interviewing African American trailblazers, artists, actors, performers, scholars, and pageant queens. Today, I have a wonderful guest, Vanessa Van Dyke, a Spelman scholar and also a fashion model, and a future pageant queen and a current pageant queen. I'm so excited to get Vanessa on here so we can start talking, and thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in for me and Vanessa. I'm so excited to speak to Vanessa, guys. Hi. Awesome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's so
Thank
good
you
to be
so
here.
much. I was looking on my NAM account, and I saw that Demacia actually interviewed you last year. And I thought that was so
Yeah.
funny. I was like, oh my gosh, Vanessa can put on her resume that she was interviewed by both of the National American Miss Teens. So
Yes, it's so
love it.
cool. It's so
Okay,
cool.
so let's get right into it. I'm going to read your bio, and then I'm going to get into all the questions. I'm going to be completely honest here. I have a lot of questions for you. Yes, I have a
Okay,
lot of
I'm
questions for
ready.
you.
I'm ready.
Okay, so let's get started, guys. Vanessa is a graduating senior attending the illustrious Spelman College, earning her Bachelor of Arts degree in political science. She is also the first runner-up to Miss Georgia USA 2022 and 2023. While being a model and a spokesperson of her own hair care line, Vanessa's Essence, she constantly uses her platform of embracing natural hair slash loving the skin you're in when she competes in pageants and implementing her platform in her everyday life. Welcome, Vanessa. Okay, Vanessa. So this is HBCU-ish, as you know. So we're going to first get into you going to Spelman College. I mean, talk to us about why you chose Spelman and what makes Spelman so amazing out of the other HBCUs.
Okay, listen. So I wanted to go to Spelman since I was very young. And at first I was kind of the idea of going to an all-girls school kind of scared me. I was like, okay, this and this and this, but I love the idea of going to Spelman because number one, so many activists go there, and being a victim of natural hair discrimination and being able to form my own hair care line coming from that situation, I'm a natural activist for ending natural hair discrimination. So what better way to step up my level of empowerment with women empowerment to than to go to Spelman College. So that was my literally number one choice school. And I have to share with you that I actually did not get accepted into Spelman at first. And, I don't really tell people this, but I feel like it's important to show the level of determination and show little girls don't give up. Don't never give up on your dreams, because that's what I strive for every day, to share that message with young girls and anyone who is looking to me as a role model. But I didn't get accepted. And what I did next, I wrote a letter of appeal. And I explained why I should be going to Spelman. And even though this was such a, shot in the dark, I ended up getting accepted into Spelman. And this is what I mean by I need to continue to share my story to those watching me. I think this is so important.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for sharing that with us because I feel like all of us would have
Of
never
course.
thought out of a million years that you would have been able to get accepted after doing a letter of appeal. So I find that,
Yes,
yes, very
very
difficult.
difficult.
I find that fantastic, number one.
Hmm.
And I think that just continues to make you a testimonial that anything is possible when you dream big. So I've had a lot of
Of course.
HBCU students and graduates on HBCU-ish, and each of them has said that their HBCU is the best. So can you tell me why Spelman is the best HBCU?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a little biased, so but I just think, in my opinion, Spelman, it has a special way of, being able to get women to form this sisterly bond with each other, especially being Black women in America. It's so important to have, sisters with you and always supporting you in everything that you do. So that is one message that Spelman does stick by. And I just had an incredible experience at Spelman, just in general. Ever since I stepped foot on that campus on freshman year, I made so many friends. And not only that, the classes are amazing. They prepare you to go out into the world where racial discrimination is still prominent in America. So I definitely think that these classes that I've taken during my 4 years at Spelman College have prepared me, not even, I can't even say so much, because it prepared me beyond what I could have possibly thought before going to Spelman. So I just think Spelman is an amazing school. And I'm sorry.
Yes, Spelman is amazing, and I did not go to Spelman, but I did go. I did go to an all-girls school for a year, and I remember telling my friends, "I'm going to an all-girls high school, guys. Oh my goodness!" And I remember there was lots of misconceptions about going to an all-girls school, like you won't get the proper education, or you won't be able to have the real school experience because you'll be with only one gender. So, can you talk to us about how Spelman is able to break down those misconceptions and those barriers?
I definitely, I could definitely see where people are coming from, because I had the same misconceptions before I went there. And like I said in the beginning, I was like, all girls school kind of scared me a little bit. But I think, just being able to, it kind of correlates to my previous question. I think having women by you every single, like, when you step foot on that campus, you have strong, empowered women, accomplished women that you're looking at every single time you step foot on that campus. And every single one of these women has a unique story to tell. And every single one of these women has a specific journey that they've been on. And these are stories that make you just feel empowered. And especially, it's made me feel empowered too. And one of the specific experience that I've had is running for Miss Spelman College. I don't know if you know that, but I was a contestant for Miss Spelman College last semester. And, just that experience was amazing. I've met so many great sisters, and I think that just really connects to empowering. And that is something that Spelman always sticks by.
Love that. I did not know that you were up for the running for Spelman College.
Yes. I literally forget to tell people sometimes what I've done. Like, it just doesn't,
Listen,
like, everything doesn't come to
you
mind.
have so many accomplishments and so many achievements. So it definitely makes sense why sometimes you forget to talk about them. I have a two-part question.
You.
First, do you have any Spelman women that have inspired you, and why? And my second question, talk to us a little bit about the process when you are applying to become Miss Spelman College.
So, I have a lot of women that inspire me at Spelman. It's not just one specifically, because there's so many great women at Spelman, and I look up to so many of them every day. So, it's really hard to answer that, because I just think, every single woman that I've encountered at Spelman has been amazing, and they've inspired me. And what was the next part?
My next part was, yes.
Oh, the process of running for Miss Spelman, right? Okay. Well, that just comes with you have to be a junior, number one. You have to be in the first semester of your junior year. And so going through that process, obviously they hold an informational, and then you go to that informational, and you hear from the current queens that are, current Miss Spelman College. And so, hold on one second. You also hear from the current queens, and they tell you the process. So they also hold interviews when you're selected to go to the next step. So that's just the current process. It's an amazing experience.
I love that. And do you have any advice for someone that is inquiring or maybe doesn't know whether or not they want to attend Spelman, do you have any advice for the application process of applying, or maybe just advice overall on applying to any HBCU?
Well, my number one thing is to share your authentic self, share your own story. Everyone has that story, right? And let it all out on the line. Don't hold anything back. If you went through a specific time in your life where went through something traumatic or anything of that nature, go ahead and share that with Spelman. Go ahead and share that with any HBCU that you're applying to, because they are truly listening. And that is honestly, your story makes up why you are there. And your story could possibly inspire so many other people attending that HBCU. And you could honestly be the next person that's, famous for, sharing your story and having your own specific story. So I just don't think that it's okay to really hold back. So get it out all on the line, because everyone has their own unique journey. And that's what I did while applying when I was applying to Spelman and every other HBCU that I did. I can't even remember
There's
what.
so many.
Lord, I applied to so many schools. But yes, that's
I love that.
my main advice.
And why is it important for Black students to attend HBCUs?
I think it's so important for Black students to attend HBCUs, because I don't think that you can get the same amount of that one-on-one experience with compared to going to PWIs. I mean, nothing against PWIs, but I definitely think that there's a unique experience that you get at HBCUs that you won't be able to find anywhere else. Just as an example, I mean, obviously I haven't attended another college. I'm at Spelman, but I can only speak from being at Spelman. I understand that these classes that they provide me are meant to literally prepare me as a Black woman in America to go out and, conquer racial discrimination, speak out against racial discrimination that literally we face on a daily basis. And, I remember that before going to Spelman, before I stepped foot on that campus, I was very shy, believe it or not. Shyer than I am now. But I just learned throughout my matriculation at Spelman College that I really became familiar with my identity, and I became familiar with what I have to offer and to put on the table to those. Once I walk through those gates at Spelman when I graduate, I'm ready to speak out. I'm ready to share my voice and use my voice for the voiceless. I think that's literally so important, and that's something that you probably cannot get at another university. And attending an HBCU will ultimately prepare you for those moments in life.
And do you have an event at Spelman that you would say no other HBCU has, or maybe a memory that told you, wow, going to Spelman is like going to no other?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the main things that I was able to do unforgettable experience. I'm sure you've seen it on my Instagram, but I went to Capitol Hill actually last semester, right before I ran for Miss Spelman College. This was like a month before it was pageant day or whatever. But there's a program called Spelman on the Hill at Spelman, and this is where you submit your what you want to advocate for in front of Congress to those interviewing you, and you say, here's what I want to lobby for. Here's what I want to make a difference in my community and even the world. And, they obviously observe what you're lobbying for. And luckily I was lucky enough to be one of those selected. I think it's only like 15 girls that go out of like 50 applicants or whatever. I can't remember the specific amount of interviewees that were interviewed, but I was lucky enough to be selected to attend Spelman on the Hill. And that was such an unforgettable experience. I was able to lobby for the Crown Act, and I was able to talk about pushing it on a federal level instead of just being at the House level, because, even though the Crown Act didn't pass on a federal level yet, this was something that I was able to do at Congress and share my story and tell them that they need to get more people here to share the story about hair discrimination and racial discrimination in general, to understand that this is not just happening to one person, this is happening to so many people worldwide. And this is an international issue as well. This is not just national. So I think that, you know, having that experience just made me feel like I made more of a difference in my community. And that is one program that you know, it's something that's very rare when it comes to HBCUs. I mean, I'm sure there's other programs like that, but Spelman on the Hill specifically was something that stood out to me while I was there. I'm still here, but yeah.
First and foremost, I love that. I actually remember when the Crown Ock got really, really big for pageant girls, and I remember saying, wow, it is so amazing how we are able to get things like that written so that us natural girls, or just all girls of color, are not able to get discriminated against because of their hair. So I love how you were able to be a part of that. So that's amazing. And then my part two of what I just said, it's kind of actually a question. I hear so many times at HBCUs that you get so many experiences, whether it's networking or being able to be a part of stuff like you said, Spelman on the Hill. It's unlike any other. So do you agree with that statement that going to an HBCU, you're really able to have those networking experiences, or even be a part of certain clubs, or be a part of certain activities that you would not be able to if you didn't go to an HBCU?
For sure. I definitely think there is a level of networking that you can find anywhere, regardless of the university. But specifically, I don't think that they, when we're talking about catering towards Black people and, you know, Black women specifically, when we're talking about an HBCU, these networking opportunities can help you get out into, you know, the world where you're trying to, you know, conquer these kind of issues. And I think attending an HBCU will ultimately help you do that, because when you're talking about a regular university, you're talking about a generalized population. You're not just really catering towards the Black community and Black women specifically. But when we're talking about Spelman College, this is exactly what they're trying to do with their Black women attending this school. And I think that's something that you can't really find. I mean, obviously there's a level of networking anywhere. Obviously that can happen at any time, don't get me wrong, but, you know, an HBCU just does a little something different. So I think, I definitely think that you can't really find that.
I love that.
Anywhere else.
So we're going to play one of our first games, and it's Guess That Quote. Yes.
Okay.
And pretty much I'm going to give you a quote, and then there's going to be three options. One of those options are the answers. And the last person I had, Kayla Toure, got a 4 out of 4. And the person before, Shayla Rockwell, got a 5 out of 5. So to not put any nervousness on you, Vanessa, but you're ending the night tonight. And I would like you to get a 4 out of 4. So I can say today, the people that I interviewed, they were just a little bit too special. They had something different where they all got 4 out of 4s. So let's see if no pressure. It's easy, right? Let's see if you will continue that legacy. But I believe you will, because you go to Spelman. You go to one of the biggest and best HBCUs in the nation. So I believe in you. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. And you guys can also help Vanessa out. You guys can comment down below if you guys think of its answer. So let's get started. Okay, Vanessa, this is my first quote. I'd rather regret the risk that didn't work out than the chances I didn't take at all. Was this said by Usain Bolt, Gabriella Douglas, or Simone Biles?
Oh my God.
Comment down below and help.
Oh my, don't do this to me. Okay.
Comment down below if you guys know the answer, if you guys even maybe have a guess. You have all the time in the world. At least I don't have like a clock that's at least I don't have a clock that's like, you know, but you got this.
I am going to go. I'm
I know.
scared. This is so much pressure.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the same.
Comment down below, guys, and help Vanessa out. You got this. You got this.
Okay, I think it's Usain.
Okay, is that your final answer?
Should it be my final answer?
I don't know. Is it your final answer? Do you feel very confident in that answer?
Okay. So my first answer was actually Gabby Douglas. So I'm gonna go with
You know what? Since you are the last interview of the day, I'm gonna be nice. And I'm gonna let you pick two options because I really want you to get that 4 out of 4.
Okay. So my two options are Usain Bolt and Gabby Douglas.
Okay. Those are fantastic answers. They're honestly great. And
does that mean what does that mean?
That means that they're wrong.
Honestly. No! Seriously?
I was hoping that you would say Simone Biles. But you know what? Listen,
oh my god.
it's okay.
That's
because
crazy.
Technically I gave Shayla earlier today 5, so she kind of got an extra point. So you can still get a 4 out of 4. Okay? You can still... Guys, comment down below and help Vanessa. I really want her to get this 4 out of 4. So like I said before, I'm going to let you pick two choices. Okay. Next one. I don't want race to become a trend. I did not work 28 years for it to be a trend. Was this said by Beverly Johnson, Tyra Banks, or Naomi Campbell?
Naomi Campbell.
That's correct. Yeah. Okay, you got 1 point. 1 point. You got this. Okay. I believe in you, Vanessa. I believe in you. Okay, next one. Like comedy, horror has an ability to provoke thought and further the conversation on real social issues in a very powerful way. Was this said by Tyler Perry, Ava DuVernay, or Jordan Peele?
Tyler Perry.
Okay. Is that your...
Really? It was right? Right?
Oh man, I shouldn't be laughing. That's pick two options, please.
What?
Pick two.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tyler Perry, and Jordan.
Okay, Peele. It was Jordan Peele. You still got it right.
I still got it.
Oh my god. Yes.
Those were like my two. I was like, I think it's Jordan Peele, but I'm gonna go with Tyler Perry because I like Tyler Perry. I don't know.
This might be the funniest episode. This is hilarious.
Literally, I have no filter. I'm so funny.
You got it. That's a point. Okay. We have one more. And then you're going to 4 out of 4. So. For this one, I'm not giving you 2 choices. I'm going to give you 1 choice.
That's so mean.
You got this though. Listen.
Okay, it's okay.
You're one of the number 1 HBCUs. I think you'll actually get this one. You do not need 2 choices, okay?
Okay.
And if you're really confused, then you can get 2 choices. Okay. Belief in oneself and knowing who you are. I mean, that's the foundation for everything great. Was this said by DJ Khaled, P. Diddy, or Jay-Z?
Oh,
you got this.
Oh,
yes.
Can you read the quote again?
Belief in oneself and knowing who you are. I mean, that's the foundation for everything great. You got this. Take all the time you need. Comment down below, guys, and help her. You guys could really help her. If you guys find out the answer, you guys can just comment it down below.
No, guys, don't be fake. No, I'm playing. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go with Jay-Z.
That's correct. Yay! 4 out of 4. Guys, March 1st is a lucky day. All of my interviewees have gotten a 4 out of 4. I don't know. It's something about you guys. Yay! Awesome.
That's
Yes. If I
so
had an
cool.
invisible crown, I would just
Yeah.
kind
Oh my God.
of. Okay. Let's get back to these questions. So we talked a lot about the illustrious Spelman and what makes Spelman so amazing, and we were able to talk a little bit about how it has impacted you and your career. So I want to talk a little bit more about Black History Month and its importance. So, what does Black excellence mean to you, and how are you able to spread that message in your everyday life?
So, Black excellence to me is, being able to go after whatever dream that you may have without anyone stopping you. Obviously, we live in a society where, we have to worry about, are we going to get that job because of my skin, of my hair? We have so many obstacles in our way as a Black community, but understanding your worth and your value has a lot that contributes to society, and knowing your worth will go a long way because you're showing other people to know their worth as well, especially specifically in the Black community. And I think that's so important, and that's what Black
I
excellence
love
means to
that.
me, honestly.
And do you have I know you said that you are a political science major, which I find fascinating. So since we are talking a little bit about political science, do you have maybe a favorite senator or someone that has a government role, specifically and a Black person slash African American person, that truly inspires you in your work as a political science major?
Absolutely. I would have to say Representative Bonnie. She's in New Jersey district, and she really advocates for the Crown Act on such a amazing level. I mean, she's been speaking about it in the House, and what she does for the Crown Act really inspires me. And so does Nikema Williams. I met her in DC when I was doing Spelman on the Hill, and she was talking about how she was involved in the Crown Act as well. So I just think seeing women in government, especially in Congress, that's so amazing, and we need to continue to see representation on all levels, such as in government. I mean, that's literally one of the biggest things. And even though our voices still aren't 100% heard as a Black community, I think seeing women in government, Black women in government, is amazing. And it just lets me know that I can accomplish whatever I want as a Black
I
woman.
love that. And can you talk to us a little bit about what Black Girl Magic means to you, and maybe you can educate us on what it means, because I feel like sometimes people do not understand the term, or they have different misconceptions about what the term truly means.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's so many things. I mean, Black Girl Magic literally says it in itself. At the same time, you have to understand where that term came from. I mean, during the enslavement period, we did not have a voice. Our culture was completely washed out when we were around our white counterparts, and we weren't allowed to express our culture. We were forced to conform to, white culture specifically, and that once we had that wiped away, we tried our best to get it back, but, during the period of enslavement, we weren't really allowed to express our own culture. And I think that's something that this is what that term means. Black Girl Magic is we are empowered. We are going to break glass ceilings every single day. And to me, when I think about Black Girl Magic, I also think about myself on a state pageant, the Miss USA organization specifically, and wearing my natural hair. That is a significance in itself. I mean, though it's people may say it's just hair, it's not. It's our identity, and it's what makes us us. When we were told for so long that our hair would never be acceptable in society in a professional level, in an entertainment level. I mean, we were forced to conform to European beauty standards. And when I'm wearing my natural hair on stage, this means a lot, not only to me, but my role models who are watching as well. So I think Black Girl Magic is literally everything. And we as Black women have to continue to break those glass ceilings, and we will continue to do that.
And like you said, you are a huge natural hair advocate, and I absolutely love seeing all your pictures, whether it's your beautiful fro or your ponytail. I love your hair 24/7 on your social media. So since we're talking about natural hair and how you are an advocate for it, can you maybe tell us a message for a girl or boy that has natural hair that is feeling kind of insecure about it or questions whether or not they should wear it?
Yes, so many thoughts came to mind when you asked that question, because I actually struggled when I was discriminated against when that whole story first came out. I struggled with accepting my hair, even though I, said I would rather leave the school than change my hair and change what God gave me. I was still very insecure about if my hair would ever be acceptable in society. I mean, I was only 13 years old. I mean, imagine being a little girl being told that, like, your hair is not pretty, so you're gonna get kicked out of school because you're being bullied for your hair. I mean, that's something that I still can't comprehend 100%. But when I'm looking at little girls and looking at little boys who, possibly could be going through a similar situation. I mean, obviously kids get bullied all the time, but when you're a Black little boy or Black little girl, you have a more susceptible experience to being bullied because of your hair, because of your skin. There are so many things that the Black community gets bullied about. But I always go back to how I inspired people when I finally made that decision to leave my school, because that's something that I didn't really think about at the time. I was like, I don't want to change who I am. But I understood how that made people feel more comfortable wearing their natural hair and speaking up against the injustices that they face in school or the workforce. So I understood how my story is inspiring other people. And so when I'm looking at that's one of the reasons why Vanessa's Essence became a hair care line, because me and my mom, we wanted little girls and little boys to know that their hair is beautiful. And I think it ultimately comes from turning a negative experience into a positive experience. So I always go back to that.
I love that. And one of my last questions, I'm going to ask you one more question, then we're going to get to the game. And then if you guys have any more questions for Vanessa, you guys can comment down below. I absolutely love what you just said. And I wanted to highlight that you are an entrepreneur and that you have your own Black business. So I want to commemorate you on that. Clapping for you. I think that's just fantastic. And I wanted to talk a little bit about your own hair care line, Vanessa's Essence. You kind of spoke a little bit about what inspired you to create it. Can you please go more in depth? And how do you think your hairline has impacted people, and what is the future goal for the hairline? Would you maybe want it to be in beauty supply stores or, all that good stuff? Because I think that's honestly fantastic.
Yes. So actually, Vanessa's Essence was started in 2014, shortly after that story came out. And it was actually started by my mom. She is currently the CEO, and I'm the spokesperson and brand ambassador. But I am definitely taking over the hair care line once I graduate from Spelman, and that is the plan. So, we ultimately, just like I said, with the previous message, our message is to help little Black girls, little Black boys, Black women, and Black men to understand that their hair is beautiful. And we always strive for that message to keep on that positive outlook. We want to continue to dismantle the negative stereotypes that come with wearing natural hair, that come with just being a Black person in general. So by having that hair care line, I didn't realize how many people I would inspire. Shortly after that news story came out, Ebony Magazine wrote about me, Essence Magazine wrote about me. L. Varner wrote a poem about me and, you know, the situation. And that was just, I was blown away. I mean, my mom is telling me this, like, I'm literally 13 years old hearing this. I'm like, really? Like, that's great. Like, I don't know what to say. And, but now I understand how much that meant to me. Because at the time I was 13, I was like, oh, okay, you know, that's great. But, you know, but now I understand how many people I inspired from that situation. And in terms of the future of Vanessa's Essence, obviously we want to expand more. Currently we just have a website. But obviously our hopes are to get into Ulta, Walmart, Target, Amazon, obviously, and beauty supply stores. So we're definitely going to start small, like, you know, going to boutiques and just watch the business grow from there. I mean, we definitely hope for a great future with Vanessa.
I absolutely love that, and I find it so fantastic that you were able to be a spokesperson. I mean, at the age of 13, at such a young age, and I
yeah, and the face
yes,
of the company.
honestly,
That's
at 13,
so cool.
I mean, I wish so much success into your hairline. For anyone that is watching, after this, go support Vanessa's Essence. I know I will be. And I mean, I find that so fantastic. And I love when people support other Black owned businesses. And I love that you have your own Black owned business. So I find that incredible. So we're gonna play a little game, and then I have 2 more questions, and then I think we're done unless you guys have more questions for Vanessa. So this is a little game called This or That. There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. This is all about you and what you like and what you don't like. So yes, very more easier than the last one. But you got a full up. That's great. So yes, okay. So I just have only 3, and these are honestly, I feel like these are very difficult. So I feel like you're gonna definitely be like, dang. So we'll see. Okay. Cha-cha slide or Cupid shuffle?
Cha-cha slide.
Love that. Next one. The Cosby Show or Family Matters?
Family Matters.
Naomi Campbell Walk or Rihanna Sense of Fashion? Or Beyonce / Whitney Houston's Voice? That's
I'm gonna have, okay, since I'm a model, I have to go with Naomi Campbell.
Funny.
Her walk is amazing. So
fantastic walk. Next one. Braids or ponytail or wash and go?
Wash and go.
Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child or the Supremes? Destiny's Child or the Supremes? Jackson 5
Destiny's Child
or the Temptations? Brown Skin Girl or Break My Soul? Both by Beyonce. That's hard. Unlimited Telfar bags or unlimited Ivy Park clothes? Ooh.
Unlimited Telfar bags.
Proud Family or The Cleveland Show?
Ooh.
Black Panther or Wakanda Forever?
So don't get mad at me. I didn't watch Wakanda Forever
I'm not
yet.
upset. I'm a little bit emotional though. I'm not upset.
Oh, I was gonna do that. I was gonna.
You gotta watch it right after that.
But I'm obviously Black Panther. I've seen it. Don't
worry, guys. I'm going to ask Vanessa tomorrow if she watched Wakanda Forever, and if she said, I'm going to ask her every single day until she watches it. Okay, that was it for This or That. Loved your responses, and of course,
thank you.
First and foremost, it has been so fun interviewing you. Oh my goodness, from the jokes to the answers, it's just been honestly hilarious and honestly so fun. Yes,
I got the
listen,
jokes.
guys. If if pageantry doesn't work out or modeling, she could definitely be a comedian. Because honestly, you are super funny.
I get it from my dad. I think he's on
Hey,
here right now.
hey, dad. Hey, Vanessa's dad. You are like, I can just tell by interviewing you that you are the epitome of kindness, positivity, confidence, and I know that you are going to do amazing, amazing, amazing things in the future. I cannot wait to see you back on that pageant stage. I've been watching your journey for a while, and I've seen you just improve every single year. And I'm just excited to see you compete.
Thank you.
And
I am so excited too. I mean, it's coming up closer
yes,
than it's really, yeah. I mean, really excited. I just can't wait. I look forward to it every single year.
yes. And I mean, you are fantastic. And something that I really love about you is that you have such a strong perseverance and persistence. And I think I was speaking to Naya, or I think it was Naya. Naya brought up Deshauna Barber
Oh my
and
God,
her entire journey and how she kept going. And her journey is actually similar to mine, where I was competing on National American Miss for, I think this is like my 15th year. I could be wrong.
wow.
No, this is my
Wow.
14th. Yeah, this is
Wow.
my. So it just goes to show you that perseverance is key.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, you are phenomenal. Keep going. Even if you like, keep going until you age out, because I know that God's plan for you is so divine. And I just wanted to highlight that, your perseverance, because I feel like a lot of people think that when they win it, or like, I feel like society thinks, oh, when you win a title, like that's your first time competing, or like,
Yeah.
no,
No.
this took years, and
Yeah.
I just know that all of your goals, all the things that you are praying for are going to become a reality. And it's been such an honor speaking to you. I cannot wait to continue to watch your journey, and I cannot wait to see all of the amazing accomplishments that you continue to achieve. And it's just been, I keep saying, it's been such a privilege and honor of speaking to you. Thank you for taking time out of your super busy day to come talk to me. You guys need to follow Vanessa, watch her pageant journey, and continue to shower her with love and kindness, and watch her on that Georgia USA stage this year.
So
We will be
so excited. Kevin Hart voice. So excited.
yes. Oh my gosh, talking about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is actually, he's a meme right now.
Literally.
Have you seen that all his yes, I saw that like all they said like all of Kevin Hart's like, I think they were saying that like he's just a meme. Like they've been making memes of random stuff, like him like walking,
Yeah.
or just like him sitting down. So shout out to Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Amazing. But thank you so much, Vanessa, for being on here. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for taking time out of your day. And thank you to everyone who came out to support for my back-to-back 3 powerhouses of amazing interviewees. And like I said before, follow Vanessa, watch her journey to the crown. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you, Vanessa, for taking time out of your day. I cannot wait to speak to you guys tomorrow. I have yet another guest tomorrow. And yeah, thank you so much again. And thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Okay.
It was such a pleasure talking to you, and thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate it. He said great show. So
Awesome.
love you, Dad, and thank you guys for watching. I thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much again, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Have all an amazing day.
Bye.